The 52nd edition of the Carifta Games is on and the excitement is in the air, but we and even the athletes can't do it alone. This morning we are talking partnership as CIBC has pledged their commitment to help our athletes in the games, specifically in the water. So this morning we are joined by the two gentlemen pictured, making sure that these athletes are ready to take on the game. So let me say good morning to Sean Pusher, the president of the Aquatics Sports Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Is it pronounced Assat?
Assat, yes.
Assat, right. And welcome back then to Mr. Siraj Rasanthony, Siraj, Managing Director of CIBC Caribbean Trinidad.
Thank you and good morning.
Gentlemen, welcome and congratulations, I want to say, on not just one, making things happen, but on finding the right connections. As I said, we can't do it alone, so I will start with you, Mr. Siraj, in terms of understanding why and how CIBC decides on committing to these sorts of endeavors.
Sure. So good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and thanks for having us. So let me start by saying we're a regional bank and we have a unifying purpose, which is making our clients' ambition a reality. So all beneficiaries via our ComTrust Foundation, we take that unifying purpose to them. So in this case, the athletes, we would like to see them achieve their goals and by extension, medals. So once we have a request for support, we take it to a committee within the bank. And in short order, once it conforms to the policy, we agree to sponsor.
Super simplified, but making magnificent impact, because Sean, that $75,000 is significant. When
Yes.
we're talking about getting athletes to that podium, there are a number of ways that can be used. So could you give us a little insight as to what is the roadmap or plan for it?
Yeah, so we looked at the connection with CIBC as, we're hoping to build on it going forward, because we're looking at it not only for Team TTO, or specifically this competition, but generally in the development of all athletes in the region. As a region, I think we have a way to go in terms of getting to the world standard. Other than the odd performer, we have maybe Dylan Carter, George Bovell, Jordan Crooks from the Cayman Islands, and so on. So we see this competition as very essential to that developmental pathway, and we are very thrilled to have CIBC on board. Because, as you said, we get a lot of support and we have to give thanks to the ministry and the sport company, but we definitely can't meet the full bill of putting on the level of event because we're going to have the auspices of the World Aquatics president here, the Pan American president of swimming as well. So we have to ensure we put on a grand show. I think it's also a showcase for us to build on the sport tourism pathway for Trinidad and Tobago as well too. We have a magnificent facility, and we just wanted to enhance the event. We have a strong team. We have gone through a couple of international events like the Pan American Swimming Championships, Youth Championships. We have had the Pan American Masters Championships and the Commonwealth Youth Games. So with that personnel, we just wanted to couple that now with some much needed funds to execute these type of events. So we're very thankful for all sponsors on board. This is our platinum sponsor. We do have some other sponsors that we have came on at the other levels as well too.
Now, in terms of the road towards, as you said, the gold standard, if you will, the international standards that we want to achieve, tell me a little bit as to what that looks like. I'm not an athlete in anything, but I want to understand what you need and how we can support those endeavors.
Yes. So I mean, at the support level, I think from the athletes, if we look at the athletes, they usually have their support system mostly surrounded by the triangle, we call it, the parent, the coach, and the athlete. So, we'll have some auxiliary stuff in terms of strength and conditioning coaches, nutritional coaches, and we as an association try to get this information and share it openly with our membership. Do some enhancement training for our technical officials, our coaches, and the like, so that we could have a strong base for them to build their skills locally. We also strive to get as much of our kids into the scholarship program, going on to the universities, where a lot of the top level athletes in the sport compete. So just getting them that regular competition at that level is always be beneficial. Outside of that, I mean, as an association, we are a national body that is funded through the sport company, and they extend as much as they could, but oftentimes we still have to find ways to increase our our impact by having additional persons coming to assist us. As it is, I would say that the association is relooking the way we organize things and how we operate, and we are looking to see how best we can make strategic alliances to forge forward as a body that will ensure all our stakeholders are fully equipped to take the sport to the next level.
From coaches come forward. I mean, that's really the way to go, right?
Definitely.
Now, continuing along the lines of supporting those endeavors and investing, one of the things that you said when presenting that initial investment was that the commitment extends beyond financial support. What other endeavors can we see CIBC lending us support?
Being a regional bank, we have a focus on getting community and regional engagements. Apart from which, we see this as an opportunity that we can continue to pursue excellence via sport.
So we're going to see more investment in the sport realm, not just amongst the youth, I suppose.
Well, we've done it, but the bank has a particular focus on youths via education and sport.
Okay, a good combo.
Yeah.
I know, though, that there'll be other initiatives altogether. So before we jump into, let's say, the CIBC calendar of events, you guys would have teamed up for some pop-ups. And I know two of them were executed. The last one is today. So, Sean, tell me a little bit as to what it was and perhaps what we can expect today.
Right. So I think those pop-ups were just to get the awareness out there in the public. We have done our part on the social media platforms and so on, but we really wanted to announce the partnership and celebrate that, and also to give a little more insight into the games and what we could offer from our end, and CIBC similarly in terms of their relationship with youths and so on, and their programs. So for us, it was to give a bit of information with respect to ticket sales, a little more insight into the competition days and so on. Just to put a plug here, we have the competition starts on Saturday.
Yes.
We go over the Easter weekend from Saturday to Tuesday in the Aquatics Center, and then we move to the Five Islands amusement park on the beachfront to have the open water event. So it is a grand event. We're going to have about close to 500 athletes and officials here throughout the region from 24 countries. We have been working closely with our friends at NAAAs as well too, and they have been very supportive. And I mean, at these pop-ups, we really just wanted to share that information and get the word out there. Yeah. Our facility is in the Hazy Crawford Stadium, where we have a 19,000 capacity, but we have the live stream available on the Carifta Aquatics 2025 website. So even if people are not able to make it to the Aquatic Center, they have access to it on the live stream.
Online.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Siraj, in terms of those other endeavors that we might see CIBC join us or join other entities in, what can we look forward to?
So let me just highlight what we did recently. We participated in a math fair at UWI, where 4,000 students passed through. They were able to participate in our digital offering, open account, short start, so it plans for their future when they get to the university level. We also participated in that Zumba event just before Carnival at the Queen's Park Oval. So you're seeing a mix of education, sport. We have our cancer initiative, prostate cancer, that's going to come up in October.
Right.
And if you check the print media, you'll see quite often we fund and help registered non-profit organization once they satisfy our policy requirements.
Well, I want to applaud you for continuously making these commitments and keeping up with them. I know that the Aquatics Center certainly are pleased with that endeavor, but we look forward to more partnership, to medals, and much more from our athletes ahead. Best of luck and all the best for not just the Saturday events, but for the podiums too. Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Enjoy Easter.
Thank you.
And you guys can stick around because we've got more here in the Now Morning Show, but it'll be right after these messages.